robotics competition and this year's challenge, Destination Deep Space, presented by Boeing Company. Let's hear it! This year's game celebrates the 50-year anniversary of lunar exploration and looks to the future of space exploration as teams compete here on planet Primus. As a part of FIRST, you're showing the world what's possible when we dream big and work together. And the space race of 50 years ago, FIRST offers the same dynamic combination of incredible resources, technology, let's hear it for technology, information, thanks Scott, mentorship, and individual resourcefulness of FIRST participants. It's exciting to think about the impact so many of you will make all over the world in the next 50 years. You're the generation who will lead the world into its next chapter, here on Earth and beyond. I know, super cool. We have great teams competing here this weekend, many veteran teams and some rookies. Let's hear it for the rookies. This is the part where you guys get to yell really loud. We have teams here from Pennsylvania. And what about New Jersey? I think New Jersey had it that time, but we'll try again. But before we get to the match play, let's hear from FIRST founder Dean Kamen, Distinguished Advisor Woody Flowers, and FIRST President Don Bosey.
Welcome to Destination Deep Space, presented by the Boeing Company. It's almost time to blast off.
Working with your partners in deep space, we're going to make this another graciously professional event.
FIRST works due to all of your mentors, teachers, parents, sponsors, suppliers, and our terrific event volunteers, including many FIRST alumni.
They've led the way with their dedication, leadership, and talents, so be sure to thank them all for helping you on this fantastic journey.
You continue to impress your creative design, teamwork, and your resolve to help FIRST make this a better world.
So a big thanks from FIRST to you.
You really are out of this world.
Continue to think big while having the hardest fun you'll ever have.
And good luck to all. It's time for Destination Deep Space.
Thank you, Dean, Woody, and Don. But before I introduce our speakers, let's thank the Boeing Company for their season sponsorship. Thank you, Boeing. Let's hear it. Boeing is going places and at the leading edge of space exploration and doing it with teamwork, much like FIRST. Check this out.
Space is a compelling place. You know, I think about what it's going to take to go to Mars. It is going to take a team, right, led by NASA's exploration cadre of astronauts and the vehicle that will take them. And then I look at the Boeing team that has pulled this together. But I look at this team and they are second to none.
I work at Boeing at the Florida Space Coast, supporting the CST-100. I'm a stress analysis engineer, so I ensure that the spacecraft has sufficient structural integrity to take it through its missions.
I am a design engineer, so I help design any of the production or ground support hardware that helps lift, move, or integrate any of the rocket parts together for estimates.
I'm a mechanical engineer. I'm in the design visualization group here. We do high-level modeling and simulations.
I'm building a rocket that's going to go out into space. That's what
There is nothing more important than what we do here. It takes the best minds, it takes really good, solid communication.
Probably my favorite part of engineering is the creating. The ability to be working on a project and see it go from just a bunch of drawings on paper or a bunch of models in the computer to, as you can see behind me, an entire spacecraft.
So we're just building the foundation for the generations after us to build better rockets, to get to different planets. Maybe they'll make it to Jupiter or any of the other planets.
You can never learn too much. No matter what you're learning, it's always applicable somewhere.
Working on one of the first commercial crew programs since the retirement of the shuttle is a complete honor and privilege. This is something that we all take a great deal of pride in.
Being part of the team going to Mars, I mean, I get goosebumps every time I think about it.
I've always had a passion for pushing new frontiers in space exploration. Being a part of SLAS and of America's space program is a dream come true for me.
So I need everyone to please be respectful. Please cease all conversations. These speakers today have given up their Saturday mornings to be here with you. So let's give up our conversations to be with them. Up first, let's hear for Charles Ezell, the principal of the Bridgewater-Raritan Regional High School.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you very much for being here. On behalf of the Board of Education, the students, faculty, staff, and parents of our community, I want to tell you how happy we are and pleased to be able to serve you today by hosting this event. Thank you very much for being here, and thank you first for allowing us to do this. I also want to thank a number of individuals: Francis Heitmuller, Aaron Vandenberg, Sarah Nason, and Herb Katz. There are lots of people who have helped, but those folks and I have been engaged in lots of conversations about getting this here today. So thank you all very much for that. If you are an adult and you have toted a box, twisted a wrench, had a conversation with a child about how to do something better or how to think through a problem, in regards to first, can you just please stand up? Can you just stand up, please, so everybody can see you? Thank you very much. This does not happen, ladies and gentlemen, without that. Without people who are willing to put in the time and energy, the sweat and equity to get this job done. So thank you all very much for that. I guess my final thought, and it's not always that you get the opportunity to speak to a large crowd. Oh, actually, I want to welcome a team. Orange High School. If you're here, can you just clap and yell and hoot? I want to hear you. Orange High School? Where are you? Okay, you don't know me, but I know you. I was on your original team in 2012. That was a while ago, but I was there with you, so I'm really happy that you're here. 303, where are you? Okay. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being the gracious and wonderful host that I know that you're going to be. Thank you. So finally, I just want to say this. I know that it is often said that it's not about the robot, and when I look around here, I see that. Right? So for the war fighter, if we're talking about a fighter pilot, the jet is not the mission. For a surgeon, the scalpel is not the mission. For an educator, the lesson is not the mission. And in this case, the robot is not the mission. The mission is innovation, collaboration, working together as a team, playing on a fair playing field, acknowledging greatness, and helping those who need assistance in the moment. That seems to me like a uniquely important and American idea. At its core, the foundations about what we are and what we do. So to my mind, this is a manifestation of the American ideal. And I invite you and hope that you have a great time today, enjoying this American experiment and what we do here with FIRST. Thank you all very much. Have a great time.
Awesome. That was an awesome speech. Up next, FIRST would not be what it is without the support of our sponsors. So representing one of our sponsors here today, Picatinny Arsenal, please welcome Brigadier General Abramson.
Good morning. Try that again. Good morning. Good morning. Try it one more time. Good morning. Good morning. And I thought we were at a competition. Okay, good. And so I'm going to ask us to say one more thing when I say, because I'm in the Army, right? And so in the Army, and when we acknowledge something, we say "who," right? You've heard that before, perhaps. So let's test it out. Hua? Try one more time. Hua? Okay, so when I say hua, then I want you to repeat after me and say hua as enthusiastically as you just did. So you've heard a lot about thanking folks that have brought you on your journey to get you here today. So let's thank all the educators, teachers, and engineers that got you here today. Hua? Let's thank your mentors, your parents, your coaches, and your teammates that got you here today. Hua? Get louder, even better. Let's thank all the sponsors that have worked with your teams that got you here today. Hua? And let's also thank Mr. Don Bossi, who's going to follow me, because I'm sure you want to hear him speak as opposed to me, for his leadership, for getting you here today. Hua? Okay, I just want to say good luck to everybody. I went through the pit today, and I spoke to a couple of the teams today. First, I'm an advocate. I am impressed because what this program is teaching you about leadership, is teaching you about communication skills, is teaching you about working well together, is teaching you about intellectual property and innovation. And all of those things will make you and ensure that you become a great person in our society, which is also some of the characteristics that we look for in the military. And I'm not being an advocate to tell you to join the military, but I will tell you that those characteristics that you are honing on today will become great for you in the future. So, on behalf of the United States Army, on behalf of Picatinny Arsenal, I want to say congratulations for getting here. Congratulations for the journey that brought you here, and good luck to all of you today. Hua? Okay, thank you, everybody.
I may or may not record that and make that my alarm in the morning. That was very exciting. All right, up next, please welcome the president of FIRST Robotics. Let's hear from Mr. Don Bossi.
Good morning, Mid-Atlantic! How y'all doing? Let's make some noise! I have to say, when I took this job, number one, they should have warned me about the amount of public speaking, because I'm a bit of an introvert. But number two, they should have warned me all the amazing speakers I would have to follow, which is nearly impossible to follow in their footsteps. But again, please join me in a huge round of applause to thank our amazing hosts here at Bridgewater-Raritan High School, all of our amazing sponsors, including Picatinny Arsenal and the United States Army. Thank you all. So by now you all know that we chose the space season this year as our theme across all 4 FIRST programs, because it's an incredible anniversary year. This year marks the 50th anniversary of humankind's first steps on the moon. And we thought that that was a notable occasion worth celebrating. But there's also another really important anniversary coming up that you may not know about. This coming Wednesday, March 20th, marks the 30th anniversary of FIRST, the day that Dean Kamen incorporated this amazing organization. And with us here today, I want to ask someone to stand up and take a bow, because the gentleman who was here with us from our founding, who was the second chairman of FIRST as an organization starting in 1993, who served on our board of directors for 19 years. He wanted to stay young, so he didn't want to say he'd done it for 2 decades, so he stepped down at the 19-year mark. But please join me in recognizing and thanking Mr. Jim Utaski, a native here of New Jersey, for his So with that, I just want to leave with one other short comment. And I know you're all really excited to get down here and see how the amazing machines you've created and perform, so I don't want to stand in the way of that. But I do want to leave you with one thought. And if you have poor memory like me, you can oftentimes only remember 1 or 3 things. So I'm going to make it easy. I'm only going to ask you to remember one word coming out of this. And that word is opportunity. FIRST is all about creating opportunity for young people and for their amazing adult supporters. So here, while you're here today, you all are incredibly fortunate to be part of this experience, to have incredibly caring adult mentors, teachers, supporters, parents who help guide you here as you heard. You have an incredible opportunity. But being here, please take advantage of the opportunity. You are in a room surrounded by other amazing people. You've heard a few of them speak. I will give you a hint. The folks here in front of me wearing mid-blue colored shirts are all incredible in their own right. They've all done amazing things. They all have amazing stories, as do so many of the other volunteers and folks who are here at the event today. So while you're paying a lot of attention to how your robot competes, pay attention and take time to get to meet the amazing people who are in the room with you. It's an incredible gift. It's an incredible opportunity. Don't let it slip through your fingers without taking advantage of that. And then secondly, while you're thinking about opportunity, let's think about all the schools and all the communities that don't yet have a FIRST program in them. And let's think about what we can do together to outreach to them, to help encourage them to join our community, to have access to these programs, to have access to the scholarships, the internships, and the network and community that this provides. So let's give another round of applause to the 2 rookie teams that are here today. We are thrilled to have you join us. And let's commit to working together to make this amazing opportunity available and accessible to every kid, everywhere. Thank you all very much. Have a great competition, and I look forward to meeting you. Take care.
Let's hear it one more time for all of our great speakers here today. Now it's time to recognize our volunteers in the blue shirts. These are the judges, led by our judge advisor, Bill Garfield. They will be coming around to talk to you to learn about your team. Many of these people, as Don said, work for companies where you may want to work someday. So ask them about their jobs. Judges, thank you for your time and effort. You have a difficult task ahead of you with a great group of teams. There's another group of volunteers you'll get to know here on the playing field. Their job is to ensure fair play, to help you play within the rules of the game, and to help all teams compete like crazy while remembering their gracious professionalism. Their rulings are final, and there will be no video replays. Please welcome your referees, led by head referee Chris Lester, a notable alumni of FIRST. Along with fair competition, safety is a priority at FIRST. We want you to have fun and be safe at the same time. Please welcome our lead safety advisor, John Leonard, and the safety advisors. And congratulations to Team 5348, Charger Robotics from Cokato, Minnesota, for their terrific award-winning safety animation. Let's check it out.
There's always a lot to do before a rocket launch, but safety should always be the #1 priority. Always get plenty of sleep. It's important to stay awake and play it safe. Protect your eyes, hands, and feet with the proper attire. Keep your hair tied back and no loose clothes. Always make sure to secure parts before cutting. In case of emergencies, read up on your team's safety procedures, and always power down the robot before working on it. With all the proper precautions taken and the work done, we're ready to blast off.
Speaking of safety, here at this event, we'd like to make sure your team has a safety plan. Mentors, please communicate to your team where you will meet in the case of an evacuation. And note the nearest exits, I'll do it like flight attendant, in the pits and here on the field. In the event of an emergency, please listen to the announcements in the field and pits for specific information. In FIRST, you learn a lot. Engineering, computer skills, business and interpersonal skills, time management, and grit. Educators and companies recognize that you gain these skills, and they want you guys. Nearly 200 colleges and universities are making available over $80 million altogether. $80 million. That was like one guy. That wasn't as fun. We'll do it again. 80 million. Thank you. That was like 6 guys. That's pretty good. In scholarships, specifically to FIRST participants and alumni as part of the FIRST scholarship program. And companies are also interested in hiring you guys as interns and ultimately employees. Check out online to achieve the mission of FIRST all the opportunities that are available. Let's hear a little bit about the impact of FIRST after high school.
It allows me to volunteer and give back to the community.
And first, you really prepare you to solve any number of the world's big problems. The skills that you're going to be learning can completely change the future.
Programs on the information table located in the main atrium. In FIRST, we have one award that recognizes individual students, the Dean's List Award. Would all of the students who have been nominated by their teams as Dean's List Award semi-finalists please stand up and be recognized. We wish you all the best of luck in your interviews today. Thank you for being terrific leaders. Mentors and coaches, you are critical to the FIRST experience. You are part of the million-strong support system we have built for students around the world who are realizing their dreams, big or small, and need encouragement to reach for the stars. We know many of you are also mentoring teams from other FIRST programs. FIRST LEGO League Junior, FIRST LEGO League, and FIRST Tech Challenge. Here's something to help mentors get started with FIRST LEGO League or FIRST Tech Challenge teams. There's a program out now called Jumpstart, which helps prepare new teams for their first competitive season by providing up to 4 additional months of coding and robot building practice. You can help the FIRST community grow by sharing this opportunity or starting a team of your own. Learn more about Jumpstart at firstinspires.org/FLL-Jumpstart or firstinspires.org/FTC-Jumpstart. The Jumpstart registration is open through April 15th. And a big thanks to all the mentors and coaches for their dedication and efforts on behalf of all FIRST programs. FIRST will meet you wherever you are, whatever your ability. There's a FIRST program for you. Go to the FIRST website, firstinspires.org, for information on any of the programs. Let's hear it for all of our mentors. And you guys can check out the other FIRST programs on display here this weekend in the main lobby. Alright, it's almost time to head to Planet Primus. But before the robots go get ready into action, that was not English, jump into action, I can laugh at myself. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem. Sung by Jamie Yadlushnik. Close? Ish? Yeah.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Alright, as some of you may know, 303 lost a member of their robotics team a couple weeks ago. So we actually are going to have a moment of silence in honor of the fallen students. So if you guys don't mind, let's have a moment of silence. Thank you. Thank you. And now, let's get the robots ready on Planet Primus. Are you ready? Teams, come out to the field and power up your or put your robots out on here. And let's prepare for competition launch. The other voice you'll be hearing this weekend is the very lovely Libby Cayman-Rose.
Good morning, Bridgewater. We're so excited to have a wonderful weekend with you. Let's get rolling on Planet Raritan.
She was supposed to catch those.
I'm sorry.